If your goal is to influence 51% of the electorate to go out and vote for the guy you're supporting rather than the guy Wilson, Don Lemon, and I guess his name is Ali, hate, do you think this helps? I want to show you this video, this CNN video. Now, this is a panel on Don Lemon's show. You know my history with Don Lemon. For those of you who've been regular listeners, I had a blowout with Don Lemon. Before I signed with Fox News, I used to do some commentary on CNN, and I believe I was banned from CNN after that, which is A-okay with me. Lemon didn't know what he was talking about that night, so I had to call him out for what he was, which is a TV hack who doesn't know a damn thing about anything. But they had a panel last night with Rick Wilson and another guy I've never heard of before, but Don Lemon. And this is really nasty stuff. The panel just degenerates into a full-blown attack on how stupid all you Trump supporters are out there, which would be interesting to my doctor friend who tweets me at night. He's probably the smart, you know who you are. He's one of the smartest guys I've ever met. He's a big advocate for President Trump because he believes his policies are actually working and he believes in facts and data. But again, we're clearly not as smart as Rick Wilson, this other gentleman, and Don Lemon, TV guy. So check this panel out and get ready to be really upset. You may have seen it already, but this is worth repeating. This is bad news. Check this out.
Donald Trump couldn't find Ukraine on a map if you had the letter U and a picture of an actual physical crane next to it. He knows that this is, an administration defined by ignorance of the world. And so that's partly him playing to their base and playing to their audience, the credulous boomer Rube demo that backs Donald Trump, that wants to think that Donald Trump's the smart one and y'all elitists are dumb.
You elitists with your geography and your maps and your spelling, even though
your math and your reading.
Yeah, you're reading, your geography, knowing other countries, sipping your latte.
All those lines on the map.
Only them elitists know where Ukraine is. Sorry, I apologize. But by the way,
oh my God!
But you know what? But it was Rick's fault. I blame Rick. But in all honesty,
blame
what
Rick.
NPR should
Why
do?
not? Sorry, hold on. Wait.
Can I tell you
give
what?
me a second. Hold on. Sorry. That was good. Sorry, Rick. That was a good one. I needed that.
You're all credulous boomer rubes, apparently. Now, a couple of takeaways on this, because you're going to see a lot of this on TV today. It went viral for all the wrong reasons on Twitter. Listen, piling on Rick. Rick does this all the time. It's Rick's thing, and I honestly, I think he enjoys the attention, so I don't think tweeting to him makes any difference at all. I'm pretty much, so I'm going to leave Wilson aside for a moment. But a genuine question here, two takeaways. Number one, what do they think they get out of this? I'm not sure. It's obviously Wilson hates Trump. The other guy, I'll show you his tweet in a minute, apparently isn't a big fan either. But this goes back to the Hillary deplorables comment, the comment by Biden the other day we played last week, insinuating that you're all morons. The comments overall by Buttigieg and others. I'm genuinely not sure from a tactical political perspective. If your goal is to influence 51% of the electorate to go out and vote for the guy you're supporting rather than the guy Wilson, Don Lemon, and I guess his name is Ali, hate, do you think this helps? Now, listen, I'm not one to throw stones about commentary. I lace into people all the time. I've got a thick skin on it. It happens. I get attacked all the time. But when Joe, and you can vouch for me on this, you've been here a long time, and you don't fudge the numbers here. We always make the distinction, and we try to, when we are talking about dopey, radical Antifa leftists and the Democrat body politic. I say all the time, I'm not talking about rank and file Democrats. Yeah. I understand a lot of you out there in the country have sincerely felt views I disagree with. Maybe a lot of you are concerned about gun violence because you have kids. The same reason I'm concerned. I just don't think your solutions are going to help because they're not solutions. I get that. Not these guys. They make no distinction at all. You're basically all a bunch of, quote, credulous boomer rubes. And they just laugh at you. They think you're morons. Well, we'll see how dumb you are. And we'll see how Many people show up in the election who really want to be told they're credulous boomeroos. But number two, more serious part of this too. Here's a tweet by the other panelist. Now I'll remember his name because his tweet's going to go up. This was the other gentleman on the panel with Rick Wilson. Ali Wajahat. Forgive me if I'm saying your name wrong. He's at Wajahat Ali. So President Trump tweeted out the clip, and apparently Ali got a little sensitive about that. He says, quote, Trump tweeted our CNN clip from 2 days ago. Friends are now concerned about my safety. Oh, my God. I refuse to be intimidated and bullied by bad faith actors who cry fake victimhood, which is what he's doing right now, by the way. Whining about a harmless, silly 30-second clip while endorsing Trump, a cruel vulgarian who debases everyone. Listen, I just said to you, do your thing, man. You're on CNN. You want to be funny, insult Trump supporters. You think it's a viral clip. Do your thing. This show has its moments. We go on our rants too. You do you. But I'm going to say, by the way, caveat, full stop, period. We have done this over and over, and I'll do it again. It is worth repeating. We disavow any you're not welcome. Threats, violence, any of that stuff, not welcome here ever, ever. Period. Full stop. No further. Obviously. But having said that, this show, I could go through them all day. Me, Paula, probably Joe too. We get threats, all kinds of you and your and your folks. Listen to me. If you're going to go on the air and do that stuff, then don't claim victim status later. I'm sorry. It's horrible. I wish it wouldn't happen. We disavow it 1,000%. But don't then come back and send tweets that you're somehow the victim. You went on the air and called, 60 plus million Americans a bunch of dopey rubes and made fun of them and laughed about it. Again, we fully disavow no one should be threatened or anything. But now you're claiming victim status, then get out of the public space. This happens to us all the time. Sadly, I wish it weren't. It is part of the business. We get Facebook messages on my page all day about that we should have heart attacks, we should be dead. I wish it didn't happen, ladies and gentlemen. But stop with the victim stuff, okay?
You just heard the Dan Bongino Show. You can also get Dan's podcasts on iTunes or SoundCloud. And follow Dan on Twitter 24/7 at DBongino.